So my name is Pius Odhiambo, originally from Kenya, but currently based in Washington, D.C., in the United States of America. So I'm a teacher and a data scientist, and I'm on a mission to disrupt the status quo in the education sector in Kenya. I'm coming up with arrays of technologies that is gonna make uh, the CBC implementation of the CBC curriculum cheaper to the parents. And that is the reason why we are here. So I've done a number of videos. And I don't know, Robinson, before you come here, did you watch any of my videos?
Uh, yeah, I did watch one
Which,
video. I actually went to the
which one did you
website.
watch? And how long
Uh,
is it?
the, the video I watched briefly though, the one that you are calling candidates who have been given sponsorships
No,
to
no,
Form 1.
you watch the wrong video. I wanted you to watch this. Since you did not watch, I want you
Okay.
to play it just right now.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
The Kiswate Digital Academy. Are you able to hear?
Yes, yes, I can hear clearly.
Okay, so I'll put this in the chat. So
All right.
please make sure that you get the link and you can watch it later. I'm putting it on the chat right now. And these videos are part of my introduction. So please
Okay.
copy that link and you will watch it later. And also the second thing that I wanted as part of my introduction, let me play it as I look for my biography. So I want to share. How do I share?
Okay.
I share as what?
What do you want to share?
The sound and the screen. Advanced
There is a share button here.
yeah, I know where the share button I'm already, and then computer audio, right?
Yes.
And I wanted to know if you are able to see the video playing because I've share sound
Not yet.
and optimize video share options. It's not allowing me to.
Actually, I'm getting a notification that your screen should be coming up.
Oh, you're getting a
I was trying
notification?
to. That's when I start sharing, we'll stop another participant computer from sharing. So,
Okay, so wait for me to share then.
yeah, yeah.
And let me see if you are when you are able to see it.
All right.
Rose Deborah, are you able to see my shared screen?
Not yet. Okay. What you can do? I don't know why it's not coming up. Let me try on my end. Then I give you the correct procedure.
No, no, no. Yeah, you hold on, hold on. Because when I come here, I'll be able to share my screen with this. But when I play with this, the problem is you will not be able to hear the sound.
Yeah. Now I can see. We can see your screen.
But you will not be able to hear the sound because I'm not sure the sound. Let me just try. Are you able to see my screen? Hear my sound?
Yeah, we can hear the sound actually.
Well, you can hear well and loud enough.
Play again.
So Robinson, are you good?
Can you play again?
Okay.
Yes, yes, we can hear it.
So
I can hear it.
is loud enough for you?
Yeah, that's okay. Don't know what if
Okay.
Rose.
So the job I want to give you
Mm,
is in this video. So I'm giving you the video is 3 minutes. So I'm giving you an assignment so that after playing the video, you tell me where the digital register falls. Okay, only 3 minutes, the next 3 minutes. Okay, go.
The Kiswate Digital Academy, founded by Pius Odhiambo, is a groundbreaking digital platform aimed at fostering the African Renaissance in the education sector, specifically tailored for Kenya. The Academy addresses critical challenges in the implementation of the competency-based curriculum CBC for grades 7 through 12 in both junior and secondary schools. Key issues it seeks to resolve include 1. Access to educational materials. Many students lack textbooks in certain thematic areas, and where available, these resources are often prohibitively expensive. School calendar disruptions, unforeseen events such as illnesses, pandemics, for example, the COVID-19, school strikes, and natural disasters like floods frequently disrupt the academic calendar. 3. Data-driven decision-making. There is a notable absence of reliable online attendance and learning data, which is crucial for informed decision-making in curriculum implementation. Pius Odhiambo, the visionary behind Kiswate, is a trained science teacher and an award-winning data scientist, a philanthropist based in the Washington, D.C., United States of America. His contributions have earned him a place on the Marquis Who Is Who in America, highlighting his international recognition and impact.
Very soon, I will be retiring peacefully to start working as a social entrepreneur. Social entrepreneurship is an approach by individuals, groups, startup companies, or entrepreneurs in which they develop, fund, and implement solutions to social, cultural, or environmental issues.
The Kiswate Digital Academy is structured around 3 core components. Digital library. This will provide students and teachers with access to a vast array of digital textbooks and educational resources online, ensuring that learning materials are both accessible and affordable. 2. Learning Management System LMS. This system will enable teachers to conduct remote lessons and allow school principals to recruit emergency or substitute teachers from a distance. It will also facilitate continuous learning for students regardless of physical location. 3. Scholarship system. This component will offer financial support to deserving students, ensuring that economic barriers do not hinder access to quality education. By leveraging these components, Kiswate Digital Academy aims to create a resilient and flexible educational environment. Students will have uninterrupted access to digital textbooks and teachers, while educators will be equipped with the tools needed for effective and remote teaching. This initiative not only addresses immediate educational challenges, but also lays the foundation for a more robust and adaptable education system in Kenya, capable of withstanding future disruptions and fostering long-term academic success.
Okay, so Robinson, tell me, in which section of that video does the digital register falls? It talked about a digital register. It talked about a learning management system, and it talked about online data for decision making. 3 key things.
Yes, I thought you were finishing a question.
Oh, you are appealing something. You are appealing something.
No,
And
no, no.
is it on my side?
Professor P.L.
Sorry?
is a
It
distinguished
is on.
scholar.
It's on my side. Let me remove it.
Yes, it's on your side. It's on your side.
I've removed it.
All right.
Yeah. So my question is,
Yeah.
the video, this meeting, this part of my introduction, we want to be very objective and to make sure that we're on the same page. After I'm done, I'll hand over to you so that you introduce
All
yourself.
right.
Same to Rose Debra. Now, the video talks of 3 key stuff. We're talking about Kiswate Digital Academy. And we talk about addressing the issue of digital library. Digital library will solve the problem of shortages of textbooks and also lowering the cost of textbooks. I want our textbooks to cost as low as 100 shillings, up from 1,500. That's what I give. And I want it also to be available to anyone, regardless of your location. You just log in and you have your textbook, regardless of your location anywhere in the world. That's what digital
Mm.
textbook is going to solve. Then I hung the second thing in that video that's talking about learning management system. In the learning management system, I want to solve the issue of the shortages of TSC registered teachers, TSC qualified teachers, where after the teacher is done with the work at school, he can simply go back home, log into a computer, and teach in multiple schools across the country. So that if you are the principal of a school, you can log into my system and ask, who is available to teach a remedial class in the evening for the next 3 months, a class in the evening during preps, let's say from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., because my teacher for that particular subject is sick and there's no alternative replacement. So you're going to be our temporary teacher for this particular school subject for the next 3 months as the teacher recovers and come back to school. So that is learning management system. That's just one thing. During the holidays also, I can just send one message to 1 million students across the country and tell them, hey, we are having remedial classes on the following subjects. Please, can you sign in? Just one message. That one will reduce the cost of marketing. All right? You get my point. That's learning management system. Then
Yes,
the
I get you.
third one, which means there's a lack of reliable attendance data in the schools. And therefore, the educators and policymakers cannot make data-driven decisions.
Yeah.
I'm bringing you on board as an expert software engineer to develop for me a tool called Digital Register. Where do you think in those three modules the digital register can fall? There is no right or wrong answer. You just give me the reason why you think the digital register should be part of the digital library.
All right.
We all reason differently, and we are all gifted differently. So we must give you a chance to see your reasoning. It's not even getting the right answer. How is your reasoning? Yes.
All right. I have heard you mention there are three segments and the three things that you want to solve. I'm a bit intrigued with the last part that you've mentioned, lack of data. Like schools they do not have enough information of the attendance of students or even people in the schools where they can be able to make data-driven decisions. Now, for the attendance register, it's basically attendance register falls within the school system. That is what I'm thinking about. So I may not point categorically where, but it falls under the school system where the teachers have to interact. Let's say they are pupils in school, they have to mark their own attendance in class. And perhaps there's another place where students are supposed to be marked for attendance. Let's say they are going for meals or any other place.
And just a minute. And when you are
Yeah.
marking the attendance register,
Yeah.
what kind of data are you generating?
What kind of data
Yes,
we're
are you
generating?
generating when you are marking attendance register?
Yeah, well, the kind of data being
Well, no.
generated.
Let me put it this way. What is the
Yeah.
business value of attendance register in a school?
Oh, the business value.
Yes.
Well, of course, when you have the attendance register for, let's say, a particular student, then it means you are able to know, like, okay, I'll use an example from my university. You are not able to finish a course when you've not completed 75% of the courses. So perhaps a student has not completed, let's say a number, let's say 75 of the classes. It means, therefore, that the student, let's say, is not equipped to finish a module or something.
The student
So
has
that is,
not the student has not been coming to class, all right?
yes, he has
So
not
in
been
a
he has not been
school,
coming to class. Yeah.
the business value of attendance register is that it can determine the performance, whether this student is going to get an A, a B, or a C, all right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Academic performance, and that's the main objective in a school system. Am I right or
Yeah.
wrong?
You are definitely right, because there's
So
a
yes,
correlation of those of how many classes somebody is attending, and there's a correlation to the performance of
So
that
the
student.
attendance register is a very important tool. And now, when you have
Yeah,
accurate attendance register and online
yeah,
available real time, the cook in
yeah,
the kitchen is able to know that today we have small population of students. I should just cook
yes.
small food enough to them. And by doing that,
That's
they are reducing wastages and the cost of running the school. Is that right or wrong?
that is very true.
Now, when we have an accurate attendance register where the parent can log in and see from home, it means the parents are able to monitor their students
The
when they
attendance of their
whether they're attending
children.
classes or not, all right?
That's true.
So when we have an attendance register, the principal can look at the screen when he or she is at home and find out how the school is doing in terms of the attendance, and
Yes.
pinpoint the classes where there's high rate of attendance, and ask teachers,
Yeah.
why is there high rate of absence, high rate of
Yeah.
absenteeism in your class in real time, not to wait at
Yes.
the end of the term, the end of the semester, right?
That's true.
So that is the problem I want to solve, right?
Yeah.
So my question is how? How?
How?
That is,
How?
that is, I don't want you to answer me now. That is between you and Rose Deborah. How?
All right. Yeah.
Okay, now this attendance register is going to be digital register, going to replace the physical register. It's actually
Yeah.
the same thing. It's going to replace I don't want teachers to go to class and start marking the physical register.
Marking with
I
pen.
want them to
Yeah.
mark the attendance register on their phone, on iPhone, on Android, on their computers. And then in the office of the principal, we have a teleprompter. You know what a teleprompter is?
The teleprompter.
The one that you use in the newsroom when
Yes,
they're
yes, yes.
broadcasting news. It's actually
When
a
they're
TV. It's
reading news,
actually a
yes.
big TV that you can communicate with, all right?
Yeah, that's true.
Where when the principal is in the school, he can just say, Rose Deborah. And then on the teleprompter, we have the attendance for Rose Deborah for the last 4 years in the school. Because
Yeah.
Rose Deborah is clearing from the school, I need a school living certificate. So I just have all the Deborah. Then I ask the teleprompter, hey, how many days did Rose Deborah absent from school in the 4 years she has been here? Then she comes back. What we are developing might not be up to that level because that is too high. We need to move in small bits. We need to
Smaller
make baby
steps,
steps,
that's
yeah?
true.
Because
Yeah.
that one we are talking about the use of AI. Then I asked Rose Deborah, what percentage is Rose Deborah's absenteeism in the whole 4 years? No, how many times did Rose Deborah have discipline issues?
Yeah.
And you know what? The algorithm is the AI algorithm, which I don't want you to develop. I don't want to develop that. So at this point, it's searching the data in the attendance register. All right?
Yeah.
So without the data in the attendance register, the AI will not be able to give you an answer.
To make any decision. That's
So
true.
we are bringing you on board as a very important expert that is going to provide the basic resources that we need in this particular tool, without which we cannot move forward. You get my point?
I get your point.
But when we have it, we can improve on it again, until we incorporate AI, like talking to it, right?
That's true.
Okay, I want the teleprompter to be the office of the principal, the teleprompter to be the kitchen, the teleprompter to the office of the guidance and counseling, and the teleprompter to be in the staff room.
Yeah.
So that when teachers are in the meeting in the staff room and they are complaining about a student being indisciplined, then the principal can just ask the teleprompter, hey, I'm going to call this up, maybe with my name. No. I'm going to call this register Rose Deborah. Hey, Rose Deborah, can you tell me how many times Robinson was absent from school last week? I've found Robinson on the Ritu, and Robinson Deritu is a Form 3 student at Kanunga High School. And last week, Robinson was absent from class on Monday. He did not attend the biology class on Tuesday. He did not understand maths on Wednesday. He did not understand biology on Thursday, and he did not attend biology on Friday. Now, this makes the percentage absenteeism for Robinson Nderitu on biology to be 65% and is the highest. Now, why biology? So the biology teacher is there in the meeting, and we are giving the data.
Yeah.
Now the principal, hey, Madam so and so, can you tell me why Robinson Nderitu was absent from your biology class 65% of the time? What was wrong?
Yeah.
You get my point? So we don't
I
want
get your
our
point.
attendance register to be just for the whole day. There are so many things that happen in between that sometimes the analog register cannot detect. Are we
Yeah,
together?
that's true.
So
That's
the
true.
register will be marked per lesson, per subject, not per day, not per class. That is outdated. I hope I'm driving some sense in you.
Yeah. Actually, I'm noting the flow, the whole concept of what we are
Okay,
trying to
I'm
build.
still introducing myself. That is my
All right.
problem I have. I've not yet. I'm not done with my introduction. Rose Deborah,
All right.
please, can you share my biography? There's a text message
Okay.
I have shared on WhatsApp. So many messages and about my biography. Can you please share it on the chat so that all the document with my biography? There's a document that was 3-4 pages. I shared in many forums recently. You just share it, and then once you have shared it, just pull it up. Once you have got it, you share your screen, and you go to the last page. You go to the last page, and I want you to read so that Robinson can listen. I want you to read. So, as Rose Deborah pulls up that, let me say this. Allow me to say this. Oh, Robinson, are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
I want to disrupt the system
Yes.
to the extent that it can become even to a halt. To the extent that people can run away from marking the register, annual register, and come into my system in mass. And I want my attendance register to be open source. I'm not going to charge anybody. So when you make this attendance register, I need the name of the student, the name of the parents of the student, their email addresses, their telephone number, so that when the teacher is marking attendance, immediately says sent, an alert can be sent to the parent to say, either through the phone, through WhatsApp, or through the email, to say that Robinson was in biology class today throughout the lesson. Or can wait at the end of the day and then send a report to the parent, a summary of attendance.
All right.
Okay, this is a document. I don't know why it is not big. You will share this part of document. Now, Rose Deborah, can you hear me? Rose Deborah, can you hear me? Rose Deborah is not responding. I'm wondering whether you are hearing me.
Rose, I don't know if she's.
Okay, if she's not hearing me, Robinson, can you read? Don't read appendix
All right.
1. Read from my first name and go. Let's
All right. Rosa said in the chat there's a problem with the audio.
that's no problem. Just start reading.
All right.
From my
Let me
name.
read.
Read loudly. Yeah.
Pius Odhiambo is an award-winning data scientist.
No. Start from my name up there. People
All
need
right.
to know what you are reading.
Pius Odhiambo biography. Pius Odhiambo is an award-winning data scientist, consultant based in Washington, D.C., United States of America. Born in a humble family in the rural Kenya, his journey reflects extraordinary resilience and dedication. Early life and education. Raised in post-independence Kenya, Pius experienced profound adversity, walking barefoot to school, living in a grass-thatched house, studying mathematics seated on stones beneath trees, attending classes in cow-dung-smeared classrooms, and drinking water from open streams and rivers. After relocating to Nairobi for his first job in in a restaurant, he pursued higher education at Kenyatta University, where he encountered a computer for the first time. Earning a bachelor's degree before moving to the US, he served as a high school teacher of mathematics and physics. Academic pursuits. Pius further honed his expertise at renowned institutions globally. In Kenya, we have Luero Primary School, St. Mary's Ukwala High School, and Kenyatta University. In the US, University of Maryland Global Campus, George Washington University, University of Texas at Austin, and Bowie State University. Professional impact. As founder of Kiswati Scholarship Fund, Director General of Blue Nile Analytica, and creator of Kiswati Digital Academy. Pius drives transformative change in education and data science, vision and advocacy. His mission is to disrupt the educational status quo in Kenya by leveraging artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science. He aims to make quality basic education accessible and affordable through technology while empowering teachers to thrive in the digital era. As Pius states, we cannot have learners outpacing teachers digitally within the school ecosystem. This must change. I envision a future filled with qualified digital educators. Personal life. Pius resides in Washington, D.C. in the United States of America with his family and is a member of the Life Source Church for All Nations in College Park, Maryland, USA.
Okay, Rose Deborah, stop sharing. Thank you so much for your eloquence
All right.
in reading that. Now, Robinson,
Yes, yes.
having read my biography and having read the video, I'm very sure that you now understand my background better than you joined this meeting.
That's
Right?
true. Yeah.
Now, my biography is 90% complete. 20% is, and 10% is not complete. And that's why I'm bringing you in, to help me complete my 10%. I have all those qualifications that you see written there, but I've not disrupted the status quo. And how do I want to disrupt the status quo? Using this app.
Yeah.
If what you're going to do for me is not going to disrupt the status quo, then you shall have failed me as a consultant.
Yeah.
Okay. In the whole of the Kiswati Digital Academy app, there are of between 10 to 20 apps, which can be app modules, which can be apps on their own. But the most important and the easiest to develop is the digital register because it is straightforward. It's just an interface capturing data on real time from different points and then storing it in a database. Now, I want by the end, within the first 1 year, after we started operation, to capture 10 million records of students in high school, in schools in Kenya from grade 1 to grade 12. 10 million. And 50,000 TSC registered teacher. That gives us 10 million and 50,000 registered teachers. Now, the digital register you're gonna develop for me is already designed. If it will not accommodate 10 million records or break down, then you shall have failed me. So when you are designing or writing that code, I want you to think of a database that will accommodate 10 million records. At least, let me put at least 10 million records. I want you to think of a database in the cloud that will support what is called database replication. Database replication means that one part of the database component is stored in our data center in Nairobi, Kenya, another one in our data center in Washington, D.C., another one in our data center in China, so that if the one in Kenya fails, it picks the data from Washington, D.C. If the one in Kenya and Washington, D.C. fails, it picks the data from from China. And I don't want you to design a database from the scratch. I want you just to identify cloud-based databases and we subscribe.
Yeah.
And you will be telling me how much it costs.
Yeah.
And I want you to give me comparisons. Which one is the better, good, or which one? Because we have to host this thing on the cloud.
Yeah.
And people have
Yeah.
to access to it through the iPhone, through the Android, and through a computer system like that. Those are the three systems. And then once people are able to access, when we are displaying their report results, analysis results, it is on a screen, a teleprompter, in the office of the principal, in the staff room, in the kitchen, in the office of the deputy, in the office of the HOD guidance and counseling, and parents, etc., something like that. And also for parents who wish, we can ask them to buy iPads in their bedroom that is displaying the attendance for their children on the screen. At the end of the day, and it updates itself. It just updates itself. The attendance for Robinson at school every day, the summary is on there on the screen in the bedroom of the parent and it just updates itself as days go by. This is the kind of initiative that I'm talking about, Robinson. Does this sound exciting?
Yeah, it does. It does sound exciting. It does sound exciting.
Is it doable?
Very doable.
Okay. Before you convert into Android and the iOS for the iPhone, which programming languages are you comfortable with, and which programming language are you going to use to design this app to be available to be available online, like on our website?
All right. I want us to be clear from the beginning. The conversation I had with Rose was you wanted a web application, not a mobile application. There's a difference.
No. That was a wrong information. That's why we are meeting here. I want a web application, and once the web application is working, I need a mobile application.
All right. So we need the two applications. All right. So we
There
have
are
web.
three. There are three because we have web application, then we have iOS, and then we have Android.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So for that, I think that's okay. That's okay.
No,
I
don't
know
worry
there is.
about the cost. The cost we will talk about when we have revised,
No.
when you have understood what I need.
I am not
Yeah.
even talking
Right
about the
now,
cost.
as we discuss, don't focus on the
Yeah.
cost. Forget about it.
I'm not even.
No,
I'm not
there's
even
no
talking
way.
about the
There's no
cost.
way you can cost something before you understand.
You are going ahead of me, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what I wanted to say is,
Yes.
having now that knowledge in mind, so on a web application, which now later we do a mobile application later. So what is
It's
needed
not later. It's not later. Once the web application is done and we test
we
it,
start the mobile.
it is working, we're
Yeah.
gonna start the mobile application in iOS and in Android, and I want the three to be released to our customers together.
Oh, all right.
I want the three applications because one will be where I only have a laptop. Another one will say, oh, I only have an iPhone. Another one will say, oh, I only have an Android. I want the three to release the customer together, and we don't have the luxury of time. There's no luxury of time. But what I do know, if you can program in one language and get the web application going on, I'm looking for people who are innovative and creating. Learning the iOS and the Android should not be a problem at all. And my experience in this industry is when you get a project like this that is challenging, or you are not done before and you need it, you simply enroll for a course. Learn as you do. The next project you will be an expert. Because once you know how to code, then others should not, changing from one language to the other should not be a problem. Now,
That
you
is
understand
not
my
a problem.
business is, or another way is you bring your friend who is comfortable in iOS and Android and let him be part of the team, all right? And learn from him.
Yeah. So
those are
actually, now, okay. Now let me give you the technical bit.
Yes.
Yes. Now, having said what you've said, I have clearly understood what is needed. Now, for actually, when we are coding these systems, the backend system is one. It's going to be one.
Yes.
The backend is one because the backend is what feeds text data to the database, sends it to the front end and stuff. Now the only difference going to come is the front end part, because now there are technologies for the front end part and there are technologies for the mobile specifically. They are not. So like for the front end, we will use something like React JS for the web application. For the mobile, we use React Native. Now, React Native, usually when you design in it, they say it is cross-platform, meaning the code is written like an Android application, but it is 70%. You just need to tweak it and convert it to iOS.
Right, right.
So yes, so that is that. So those are the technologies from the onset of what I'm getting. But again, I know I will be speaking with the technical side with David so that we can, because you also need scalability, which you said 100 million, 10 million records. So it means it needs to be very, very scalable right from the time of we are doing the designs and even how we are doing the database schemas and everything and even the setup. So yeah, I understand that.
And
Yeah,
who
which
is
of course,
David? Who is David?
who is David?
You say you're going to be discussed with David. What did you mean? Or did you mean Rose Deborah?
Oh, I've said Deborah.
Oh, you have
Have
said
I
Deborah.
said
Okay,
David?
move ahead. Go ahead. I just wanted to clear
Yeah,
that I got you right. Yes, go ahead.
yeah. So
Because
we
because
discussed.
because another thing
Yeah, yeah.
is the confidentiality. You
Mhm.
cannot violate the confidentiality of our innovation or on our project. So if there's
Mm.
another David, I have to know the David first before this
All right.
concept is introduced to him or her. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah, you said
yeah.
Deborah.
So
Okay,
so
go ahead.
so
Go
that
ahead.
is that. I've also heard you are talking about time. Time, right?
Yes.
You've talked about the laxity of time is not there. So I also want to introduce this. I want to if you look at my CV,
I've not
you're
looked at
able
it.
to see.
I've not looked at it.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. If you open my CV, you will see that what I am doing currently is there's a company called the Raja Cloud Space. So the Raja Cloud Space, I am a founder at the Raja Cloud Space.
Good, good.
We are two people. All right. It is my brother and I. The Daraja Cloud Space is a company that deals with building software solutions for people. All right. So if that is comfortable with you, well, I can do it. What I would advise, because you are saying laxity of time and stuff, I can be able to, together with Rose, I could be able to loop in also him, because normally the projects we get, we work hand in hand with him and code systems together. Yeah. So, and be able to push.
Whatever you want to do, I
Yeah.
don't care. You are the expert here, and your team
Yeah.
leader is
Yeah.
Rose Deborah,
Rose. Yes.
and Rose Deborah has to be part of the team, right?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
He's
Rose
definitely.
Deborah has to be part of the team. She's the team
Yeah.
leader. She's my
Yeah.
business analyst. She's
All
the
right.
link between me and you,
Yes.
so that when you come up with something that I don't understand, she should be able
Yeah.
to break it down for me. If I'm talking about
That's
something
true.
that you don't understand, she should be able to
Yeah.
break it down for you.
Break it down to me.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. So
So that's it.
whoever you bring on board, I don't care. Whoever,
Okay.
so long as the job is done and is done as quickly as
Yes.
possible within the
All
timeline
right.
that you're going to agree. Now, let me ask you,
Mm-hmm.
assuming
Mm-hmm.
you have all the consultants and the experts you need to develop this app.
Yes.
What I mean is this: you may not have all the skills that is required, but you may
Yeah.
have access to the
Yeah.
expertise, either through your
Yeah.
company or through your friends or through Rose Debra. You have all of
Yeah.
them. So there's
Yes.
no problem with that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also on my side, assuming that money is not a problem, money to go pay you is also not a
Yeah.
problem. How
Mm.
long can you take to develop this app?
All right. For the in your question, can you be clear together with the mobile?
I want everything. I want web, Android,
Okay.
and
Now,
hold on, and iOS. Be
yes.
released together.
All right. I understand. I understand your
So for
requirements.
me, you will tell me the
Mm.
mobile app is ready. That is fine. I go good.
Okay.
Go ahead and start the iOS. Then
Yeah.
you tell me iOS is ready. I go, congratulations, Robinson. Go ahead and
Okay.
do the Android. Now,
the
when the
Android.
three are ready, is now
Yeah.
when I can release it to my customers. You understand?
Okay.
And
Now,
we are already
okay, now,
we already have customers on the ground waiting for it.
all right. All
Yes.
right. Now I understand. Now you've given me now a clearer picture because you want all the, when it was for the web application alone, because this is the issue. The web application is the one that is going to be holding the backbone of the project,
Yes.
the backend system, because
Yes.
I've told you it is the backend system is one. So a lot of
And it's
work
the
is in
most
the
important.
backend
Web application is the most
and the
important.
most important, yes.
And hold
Now,
on. I tell you something. But I
yes.
can't release it when it is web application because
Mhm.
my clients are gonna be disoriented.
All right.
Because
No problem.
nowadays, everything is mobile. You get my point why I'm gonna hold it until wait
I
for you.
yes.
I don't
Now,
want to say that I'll wait for you as long as 1 year. No, I don't want to say that.
no, no,
So what
no,
I'm trying to get from you is
yes,
that if you are to release them together,
yes,
putting all the factors including you going for a course, remedial, getting experts, the part that you have problems with, which is the issue. I've been
yes,
in this industry for long, but on the data science of it, how
yeah,
much time do you need so that you don't come back to me? Hey, I'm running behind schedule. Can you add me more time?
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So,
So you should
all
start.
those factors,
So you should start in terms of with your worst scenario. So that when
yeah,
you achieve it using your best scenario, then
yeah.
we do not have a problem. Give me your
All right.
worst scenario. Okay.
Now, this is how I'll approach it. Looking at my calendar,
Yes.
we can deliver this by 27th of August.
27th
So
of
2
August.
months.
Let's say you deliver it just by 30th of August.
Yes, of August.
No. Our schedule is start on 15. So we have 15 of July. So 15
Mm-hmm.
of August. So let's talk
Mm-hmm.
about 15 of September. So that it is exactly 2 months. You can deliver it in 2 months.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, perfectly. We can do that in 2 months
Good.
perfectly with
So
all those the mobile and the web.
okay, good. So
Yeah.
I will need you
Yeah.
to meet 2 more technical experts
Okay.
who are going to be trainer of trainers of what you are going to develop on the field. They are the ones that are going to be in contact with the teachers. They are the ones that are going to be in contact with the students. And I'll be going to be posting them in all schools in Kenya, which means, Robinson, what we are going to create jobs and a lot of it. Create jobs and a lot of it. So that's the first section of the job I'm giving you. Now, Robinson,
Yes.
after you have developed the app,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to help my technical digitization experts, a team which Rose Debra is leading. So we are starting a small group of schools.
Yeah.
And from there, we'll talk about scalability. So I want you to help Rose Debra when the app is ready to onboard 10 million records of data. 10 million, at least 10 million and 50,000 TSC teachers. So the contract we're going to sign will be in 2 ways. Number one, you're going to develop the app in 2 months. After you develop the app in 2 months, when we start using it, putting data on it, it is going to break down. We're going to have bugs and whatever and we'll getting back to you for technical support. So I want you, when I post, let's say 100,000 teachers in schools across the country, you supervise and help them troubleshoot the problems. So you are not only developing in 2 months, but you are also going to be on the standby to help in the next within the next 1 year when we start operation, so that you help Rose Debra and her team on board 10 million records. Are we together?
I get you.
So in your pricing list, you need to tell me you're going to charge me this for onboarding.
Oh, all right.
For supervising onboarding. And I don't know how you're going to charge because the thing can be so nice to the extent that there's easy of use, there's no problem. But I assure you, even if there's easy of use, Rosedebra is managing, the database can collapse, can break
Mm.
down. I don't want it to take 2 days or 3 days to bring it up. When you
Yeah.
go to
Has to
Robinson,
come.
the database has broken down, and you are sleeping, you just wake up, and within 2 hours you are done. If you have
Mm.
another job, then you need to help us get an employee who can do that.
Mm.
The things I'm telling you, you don't need to do them yourself. If you are a very busy man, you need to get somebody. You can even interview somebody
All right.
to bring on board that can help us
Mm.
address those issues. I'm just making you think beyond the box. So Robinson, so the thing is
Yeah.
doable, yeah?
Very doable. Very doable.
Okay, thank you very much. And later we'll incorporate now AI.
All
Did
right.
you hear
All
me
right.
talking to the teleprompter? Did you hear
Yes. Yes.
talking to the
I
screen?
I heard even the principal talk to the teleprompter. Yes.
Yes. That's where we want to get to. So if
Yeah.
you don't know how to do that, you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn. So
It's
which means sometimes I'm gonna learn from you. Sometimes you
yeah.
learn from Rosedebra, and at some point you stay with us. You do a good job, and you stay with
Yeah.
us throughout. You're gonna learn from.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are here to learn from each other. Apart from the money we are here. So I'm not your employer. I'm not your employer. Rosedebra is not your employer. Me, I'm not my
Mm.
boss. Your bosses, your employer, are the users of
Mm.
this app. If they will be
Yeah.
comfortable and use it without any
Mm.
problem, I'll be very happy and smiling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna host this on the Android Marketplace App Store, and people will be downloading from there, and it's open source, all right?
Yes.
So you need, in your quotation, you need to tell me, you need to break down and tell me that hosting this app per year on the App Store is going to cost this. In other words, Rose said 250 negotiable. I want you to break down that 250. But what you heard from Rose is not what you are getting. It's like when you order food from a restaurant and you pay online, but you are surprised what you ordered is not what is delivered. Will you be happy? So will just call the restaurant and say, okay, what I order is not what is delivered. Can you please complete my order? It is 75% complete. So what I sent Rosedebra to tell you is not what was delivered to you. But the good thing is that
Yes.
we're able to catch that very early using this meeting. And that's the importance of this meeting. And I'm gonna record after this meeting, Rosedebra is gonna work on it, rebrand it, and then we
All right.
post it on our YouTube channel, and we put it as unlisted so that you are the only one who can have access to it. All right? So that when you want
Yes.
to refresh your mind about what we talked about, you just watch the
Yeah.
video. That's why I was recording. Now, do you see
All
the
right.
importance of me recording?
Yeah. There is a great importance.
Okay, now to move forward,
Mm.
I want you to submit to me in a Word document so that
Yeah.
you can be able to add stuff, what we call scope of work.
Scope of work.
Yeah, there are things I'm going to give you. It's a digital register, but what are the functionality of the digital register? What are the
Yes.
modules? Yeah. What do you want this digital register to do? Okay. So it has to be
Yeah.
captured in the scope of work.
Yes.
Then another thing, once we agree with you and with Rosedebra, and there's another person that's going to come on board about the scope of work. There are 3 of them that we're going to bring to board, that we have agreed on the scope of work. Rosedebra will introduce you to my HR director, and you go sign a contract
All right.
with our lawyer. So that if things go wrong, either on my side, I'm not able to pay you, or things go wrong, I've paid you, and the thing has broken down within 1 week, it can't work. We have a conflict resolution mechanism under a
Yeah.
professional litigator.
Mm.
You get that?
I get it.
And the deal I'm giving you, Rose Deborah has to be part of the deal.
Of the deal.
So Rose Deborah is in two ways. She's gonna be a partner in your deal, and she's gonna be a partner in my deal. If she withdraws from the whole process, if she withdraws from this process, because of you, I'm gonna ask you to stop developing the app and go look for Rose Deborah.
Okay.
You get my point?
I get your point.
Because I cannot do without Rose Deborah. I've spent so much time with Rose Deborah training her that if she runs away, and I mean, it will take me some time to get an alternative replacement. Yes.
All right.
This I think the second year I'm working with the Rose Deborah. So to getting somebody, and when I'm doing this, I'm not only talking about the digital register. There are so many components of the app. They're ranging from 10 to 20. And if you are doing a good job, I'll give you another comment like this because I'm gonna have two developers running it parallel. One developer is gonna do simple things like this that do not involve AI. Another developer is gonna do stuff that are complicated.
Okay.
Yes. And then I'm the supervisor. And there are also the algorithms we're going to bring on the app that I've never used elsewhere. They are my innovation.
All
I
right.
can't give them to anybody. If something happens to me right now, I'll die with them, and that will be the end of it. Even Rose Deborah, I've not shown those algorithms. She doesn't even know what they are. That is how it is, all right?
All right.
But what you are going to do is very, very important. Now, I've introduced myself. My introduction has taken how long? Rose Deborah, when did you start the meeting? What time did you start the meeting? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Please type on the chat. Hey, Robinson, what time did you start the meeting?
I think 5 or 6 or thereabouts.
And what time is it right now?
It is 5:58.
Okay, I think I'm good. I was supposed to spend 1 hour because I'm very strict on time. Now, the remaining 1 hour, I'm gonna give 15 minutes to Rose Deborah, and she's usually very brief. She might just use 2 minutes. Rose Deborah, don't use 2 minutes. Be at least elaborate, so that Robinson can understand where we are coming from. How did you know about us? Did anybody refer you or something like that? That's how the story should begin. How did you know about us? I want him to understand. And now you brought him, stuff like that. And throughout the time that we have been here, how has it been? Have you enjoyed your stay at Blue Nile Analytica, or you are just at Kiswate, or you are just here because you don't have an otherwise? If you get another better option, you'll run the following day and leave us in a limbo, stuff like that, and take a maximum of 15 minutes. And where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? So that you understand. And what are your roles and responsibilities? Your roles keep on changing from one to another since you came here as an intern. And then Robinson, hello?
Yes,
Robinson,
hello.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
When Rose Deborah is done, then you take over, and you have 45 minutes. And I want you to introduce yourself the way I'm introducing myself.
All right.
What are your names? Where do you come from? Where were you trained? What challenges have you faced in life? How do you overcome those challenges? Where do you work? If you are investing, how is your investment doing? Are you happy being an investor? Where are you moving? And what has motivated you to accept this contract? And what to come for this job? And what is your background?
Okay.
Yes. So take it away, Rose Deborah, please. Rose Deborah. Rose Deborah, I'm waiting for you. Rose Deborah is on mute. I don't know what
Oh,
is wrong.
she has written. Look at the chat. She has said my audio is not working.
Tell her, reply to that chat and tell her
Okay.
to type
Mm.
whatever she wanted to say and post on the chats as messages. Then we'll read it for her. Somebody will read it. Somebody will read it.
Okay. Rose, you can type on the chat. Then I think I'll read what you.
So I'm giving Rose Deborah time to type. I'll be back in a few minutes, all right?
All right.
Okay.
Hello.
You have fixed your audio.
Yeah, no, yeah. I don't
All
know
right.
what the was, but
Unaweza
it
ngoja
was
kidogo.
uh,
Pius has left for a while. We thought you were going to type. So just a few minutes. When he's back, then you can begin. That's what he said.
okay. Dada Jan,
Yes, hello Rose.
ni bado
Bado. Can
vile nilikuwa mbaya na audio yangu.
okay. Acha turudi kidogo tu.
I am back. Hello.
All right. Actually, Rose corrected her audio, so I think she's
Okay,
able
let her
to.
take it away. And when she's talking, let her put on her video.
All right.
Rose Deborah, take it away, please.
Rose, we can see you. You can just talk.
Rose, we can see you. Please take it away.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, I was just checking if you can hear me, if my audio was working. So, my name is Rose Deborah Ojo, and I am a graduating computer science student from the East African University. I came to work with Mr. Piers during my attachment. Yeah, I was taking one of the classes that was being offered by Blue Nail Analytica. And then during that, I asked for an attachment if there was a vacant position, and then I was accepted. And then I worked with them for almost 6 months, I think. And then, yeah, from there, after some times, I was recalled back to work as a management trainee, and I have worked several positions with them, including a news host for the Kiswate TV channel that is on YouTube. And at the moment, I'm a business analyst as well as a software engineer within the Kiswate Digital Academy. I'm also an advanced Excel instructor at Lunel Analytica. So yeah.
Are you done?
Yes.
Robinson, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Has Rose Deborah ever told you that she's a news anchor at Kiswate TV?
I have not heard about news anking.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
leave it there.
All right.
I want to share my screen again. And immediately after this meeting, Robinson,
Yeah.
or even right now on your phone, I want you to subscribe on Kiswate TV.
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. Just search Kiswate TV. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
It's right
Let me
here,
just check.
Kiswate TV. And when you go to
Yeah.
Kiswate TV, I want to search news bulletin. You can search any. You
Yeah.
can search the fifth, just news bulletin. Bulletin.
Yes, I have gotten this bulletin.
You have seen, or you have got any of the videos?
Yeah, I've gotten a couple of videos. Yeah.
There are so many of them, but I want to play
Yeah.
one. Just be patient with me. I just want to play one. Let me play this. I don't know whether Rose Debra is there. No. That is her co-host. I need to go back. I've opened so many. Mm.
I want to buy your house. I can pay you cash for your house no matter what condition it's in. If you need to sell your house for any...
Robinson, are you able to hear?
Yes, I can hear. I can.
Okay, before I make it big, let's just make sure that Rose Deborah is there.
Good evening
Ah,
and welcome to
I don't know. That's not Rose Deborah. Let me go to the 5th news bulletin. 5th news bulletin. Let me try this.
Potential buzz flow.
Good evening and welcome to Kiswati TV Weekly News Bulletin.
I don't know what is wrong. I can't get a video for Rose Deborah. Rose Deborah, did you hide all of them? Why am I not able to get a video for you?
Strela have been revealed.
Let me try Kiswati TV or news bulletin.
Good evening and welcome.
Yeah, ndio huyo. Robinson?
And Deborah Ojuo. Now head
Robinson?
Yes,
Are
I
you
can
able to
see
see
her.
Rose Deborah?
Yes, I'm able to see her.
She's not a professionally trained journalist, but self-taught
All
through
right.
the mentorship and through this initiative. Now, let me ask you, Robinson, if you do a good job and you continue giving you more and work,
Yeah.
and we ask you now, you need to go to the studio and learn how to broadcast news. Will you accept such an offer?
Well, I am not object. I don't object to learning something. Yeah. So
You are open to learning, you are open to new ideas.
yes,
Okay, and you know communication is key in everything you do.
that's true. Very
So when
true.
you are
Communication is key.
broadcasting news, what we are actually asking you, telling you, or doing to you is that you be a good communicator, right?
Yes.
You hone your skills. Okay. So we carry on a little bit.
Rural Village brought to a standstill as we celebrated the graduation of Kiswati founder, Mr. Pius Odhiambo. What next for Kiswati adopted schools? And in our special features tonight, we delve deeper in Kiswati Digital Academy and also get in-depth insights of what it takes and feels like getting ahead of state commendation while still a student. The digital age has transformed major sectors in the world, education being one of the major beneficiaries to it. Kiswati, through its newest program called Kiswati Digital Academy, seeks to network Kiswati adopted schools globally. Kingsley Oluoko narrates how the ingenious program will take effect.
At the heart of Sia County, a groundbreaking initiative has emerged, offering a beacon of hope to vulnerable and less fortunate students. The Kiswahili Tekelezi Digital Academy, famously known as KDA, is a modern concept designed to empower learners in Kiswati adopted schools without overburdening parents. This vision, which started as a dream of Mr. Pius Odhiambo, has now become reality. Mr. Odhiambo, who has a rich background with the African Virtual University and experience as a teacher, and currently a renowned data scientist in the United States of America, is the visionary behind the Kiswati Digital Academy. The Academy's objectives are to provide a digital platform for all professionals based outside the community to participate in the educational needs of children from their community.
We award students being sponsored for Kiswati, and then currently we are having others on. The others we had in the last years are able to fund the various colleges. Last year, those who did exams are over. So we hope to share more, look for more support from Kiswati. The only as much as possible can take effective. Kiswati itself, the founder was one that was one of the students here. And during the course of last year's lot, we were able to take us for mentorship. Both sides will be good. Kiswati sponsors students. And then Kiswati is encouraging Kiswahili. Our region is supporting Kiswahili. So Kiswati basically was started because of the Kiswahili issue. Poor Kiswahili language in the region. Students hear Kiswahili, students perform poorly in Kiswahili, students don't speak proper Kiswahili. So by Kiswati coming in to strengthen the speaking of Kiswahili or proper Kiswahili to Kiswahili Sanifu, I would encourage my colleague pressmates to join Kiswati.
Kiswati supporters should work hard, or the community is below their, at least not at, it's below the level of the level of education. The whole area is very low, and therefore all supporters should support for example to make sure that the education standards are achieved. This is the only thing. That's the only goal that we have in this area that can make our children achieve their success.
To foster positive interactions between local schools in the Digital Academy with the schools in foreign countries, and to empower schools to share resources among the schools in the Digital Academy.
So mine was to maybe consider principles on the importance of literature, foundation academy, and to create awareness that the whole job that founder has started, because it will reach down to members of society and support education in this village.
And I want the students to embrace it also. Many of our students are really come from many backgrounds. They are highly talented and they come from many backgrounds. So for them to enhance that talent and maybe further their education also. If there is any scholarship program, we would be really happy to have the students join in. So we were given forms, the students are yet to pay and yet to benefit from this. So I'm sure when we have identified this, then the students will be very happy.
So for students who are under this scholarship, I would urge them to work hard, because this is not an opportunity that is open to any other student. It is an opportunity that we should use well to work hard because they have no reason for failure to work hard because somebody else is paying for their education. And therefore they should work hard. This is somebody's sweat or people's sweat elsewhere that is being used to assist them, and therefore they should be valued for this money. And the only way they can give back is through another.
Kiswati sponsors students. Last year, I sponsored 2 students, Nabino Bola and Monica Otero, and currently they are pursuing their courses at the Eldoret National Polytechnic.
Actually, I want to thank Kiswati. We have been sponsoring some of our students here. Currently, we have 2 of our top girls, Michelle and Sharon. We start cases in 2023, and I'm now working with Swati. I'm glad that the informed us that they are going to take it fully. This will be Swati. That's a very good move. I would like to make an appeal in Swati organization. The cancer condition is public school, and the catchment area is made up of very many vulnerable children. I would wish that Swati you can increase their scholarship so that instead of having just 2 or 3, because currently we only have 3 in school, we can strive to increase the number from 3, maybe to a minimum of 10.
The truth is many, but I understood myself. Yes, I will say. You can go to trade. And these use of money for electricity because we compare. That's the question. So if we can get solar power, working, well, who needs it? Number 2, Kimundo is a community. Most parents are coming. So most of our students are my day, hardly a day had process where time socialist. And this man you see is learning by the way. And you have to whatever you learn recently. And if you're not to upset yourself for this, this is a lot. This will be for because there's no people know what was taken the other day. Because they come up with. So the challenge is how can we prevent upset. Number 3 is that the students know that I have students in the one most of them is they still have different products. That means the food index is so high. The book said it's alright if you are learning just fine as conducted.
No offense, but if you're paying more than $30 a month on car insurance, you're getting ripped off. Everybody knows you can buy car insurance online, but did you know?
The Academy is aligning the names of the schools in the Digital Academy to the CBC curriculum. Membership to the Academy is voluntary and is by invitation only. Schools in the Academy include Luero Elementary and Junior Secondary School, St. Mary's Ukwala Senior Secondary School, Uyundo Elementary and Junior Secondary School, St. Paul's Ndega Senior Secondary School, Lifunga Girls Senior Secondary School, Kagonya Senior Secondary School, St. Anne's Sega Girls Senior Secondary School, St. Anne's Sega Township Senior Secondary School, and St. Joseph Uyundo Senior Secondary School. An additional 6 schools are expected to join by January 1st, 2025. The Kiswati Digital Academy app will empower principals to identify, interview, and hire qualified teachers both locally and internationally at no cost. Rosie Deborah Opio, a software engineer, is working alongside a notable contractor and the guidance of Mr. Pius Odhiambo to develop the KDA app. Each school in the academy will receive a website at no cost. For Kiswati News Bulletin, I'm Kingsley Oluoko.
Mr. Pius Odhiambo, the founder and vision bearer of Kiswati, rises above all odds to become one of the sought-after data scientists in the United States. He graduated with a Master of Science in Computer Science, Artificial Intelligence, and Machine Learning. They say it's supposed to be hard. If it wasn't hard, everyone will do it. On 24th May 2024, the founder of Kiswate Foundation, Mr. Pius Odhiambo, graduated with a Master's of Science in Computer Science, Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning from Bowie State University from the states of Maryland, United States. He held his graduation party at his home in Ulanda Village, Siaya County. The ceremony was an exciting and wonderful marking event. The home was filled to capacity by many guests who came to celebrate the achievement of Mr. Pius Odhiambo. The ceremony was programmed by Mr. Mike Hendera, who was the master of ceremony. Several Kiswate members like Mr. Odalo Fred and Mr. John Yuya also attended the event, making it successful. The event was later crowned by giving of gifts to the graduate's family. Reported by Dr. Lovely Natiang, Kiswate TV. On June 1st, 2024, Kiswate held a strategic stakeholders meeting at Luero Primary School to concretize on developing issues as well as shed light on the foreseen future of the program activities. Our very own Duncan Chiriot gives us the detail.
At the beginning of the month of June 2024, Kiswate stakeholders held
Yes, Robinson. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear
So
you.
you can see from the news bulletin, I'm working with medical doctors, I'm working with pharmaceutical doctors, I'm working with pilots, I'm working with everybody. The only thing I'm looking for, are you ready to learn new things? Are you adaptable? Are you innovative, right?
Yeah.
I'm not only looking for people who can script a code, but I'm looking for people who can explain to others who don't understand coding what that code is doing, right?
Yes.
And that brings us to communication. Now, having said that, you know some little background about me, about what we are doing, and those people you see appearing on that Kiswate TV, whatever, those are the users of the app you are going to develop for us. And you are coming in as a consultant. We are working with so many consultants. So we are bringing you as one of the consultants to develop for us the most important part of this app. Without data, we are not going anywhere. We want to capture 10 million data and then use the data we are able to capture to help us make a decision on which components of the app do we develop first. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does make sense.
Okay, please go ahead and introduce yourself. And it is 28. I think we have like 32 minutes to the end of the meeting. I think those are
Right.
more than enough minutes for you to introduce yourself, right?
Yeah, I'm a man
And
of very few words.
and enable you get this contract.
That's okay.
Remember,
Yeah.
you are awarded the contract. All depends on your introduction, what you are telling us. You are marketing us.
there is
You know what I've done before. Whom are we dealing with? So go ahead, please.
okay. There's no problem. I will just have to give you a disclaimer. I don't speak so much, but it is well. Whichever time I will take, I think that will be enough for my introduction.
Okay.
Now, my name is Robinson Soso Odhiambo.
Robinson who?
Sauce.
Robinson Sauce?
Sauce. You know Sauce Peter.
Robinson Saul, all right?
Sauce Peter.
Oh,
S-O-S.
Robinson Sauce Peter, all right?
Yes.
Okay, all right?
Yes, okay, Odhiambo.
Okay, where do you come from?
Robinson, I come from Kasipul, Kabondo.
Oh, you are the people that no, I don't want to use that one on camera. You are the people from the home of
we are the people who
this way somebody.
Yes,
Then
yes.
this guy
Usually
was
tunapanda
he called
sweet
Ogaye Mamilambo. Huh? There's
the people
Kasipul
who
and then there's Kabondo, right?
Yes, now I come from Kasipul, Kabondo in a place called Utor.
No, but the constituencies are two. There's Kasipul,
Yes, there is Kasipul
and then
and
there's
there is
Kabondo, a constituency.
Yes,
So which one do you
Kabondo
come from?
Kasipul.
Huh?
I come from Kabondo Kasipul.
That is another constituency.
See, there are only two.
But I was told Kasipul is one constituency, Kabondo
Yes.
is another constituency. So you are saying Kabondo, Kasipul, Kabondo. Or what are the constituencies?
Okay, Let me just finish my introduction. So let me finish so that you understand. I may not know the
Okay.
constituency very well. I come from home is Kabondo, is in Kabondo, a place called Otoro.
Yes.
Otoro. Yes, on your way to Sondu. Yeah, but we are people in Tolu, we say Wajodak in Kamagam.
Okay.
So I have personally have known Kamagambo since that is where I have known, but my parents are originally from. My dad is originally from Otoro in Kabondo. Yes,
Okay.
so that
Okay.
is that is
Oh, now I
yeah,
understand. Now I understand. Okay, go
yes,
ahead.
yes. So that is my background. I studied mathematics and computer science. So I guess in mathematics there we share something. I majored in statistics. So I studied the course is called Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics and Computer Science from JCOT. I graduated in the year 2023.
In the year
Having studied,
2023?
yes,
Uh-huh.
yes, having studied mathematics and computer science. So that is my background. So that also informs my technical expertise in programming and also a bit of data because I have done statistics, which I understand it's a vast field for you. I've heard you've done a master's in artificial intelligence. Now, my background professionally, in 2024, I have worked for two companies. I worked for two companies. I will explain. I've worked for two companies and also contracted. I've done a contract work with another company. So the first company I worked for, it's called Pitch Investors. That was the very first time off of school. I joined there as a digital marketing intern. So it was a new field. I had not studied anything about it. I had fresh from campus, having studied mathematics and computer science. And the guy told me, I am telling you to do and learn digital marketing. So I had to learn digital marketing. I was there for 7 months. It's called Pitch Investors. It's a fintech institution here in Nairobi. It's a crowdfunding platform. So I worked there for 7 months, and eventually, by the time I was exiting, I joined the development team for their technical side. I joined as a digital marketer, but when I was leaving, I joined the technical team to write code on their systems. So after that, when the job was ending, the job ended. I got a contract, a 4 months contract. It was intensive, and of course, it was higher pay than Pitch Investors. I went to a company called AG German Institute. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's in Nairobi, next to Anniversary Towers. It was a 4 months contract to develop a resume management system. Resume. They had a school system, but they wanted a resume management system where their students, because they're teaching German, their students were able to write their resumes in probably English, and the system was able to translate that to German language. And an editor, all the administration could be able to edit that resume. So that was the contract I worked for. I worked there for 4 months. Then from there, 2025, right now, currently, I work for a company called Ambulex Solutions. So you can look for it online. It's an emergency service company. I am there as a business intelligence analyst. So basically, I advertise, I advise the business on the data they're having, especially the current data they're having is on marketing data. So from that data, I'm able to advise how are we able to strategize and be able to market better. Now, the last thing about my professional background that I have not mentioned, in my CV, you will see that there is a company called Daraja Cloud Space. So we began Daraja Cloud Space with my brother in the year 2022. Daraja Cloud Space is a company, it's a software company. So it's a skill that I have. It's also that I've learned, AIM included. We build web applications and mobile applications for people, those essentially for businesses. So from 2022, meaning by the time I was in school, we had already begun this company of building softwares for people. Now that is where my expertise majorly has been developed and has been equipped through interacting with businesses across the country and organizations that want systems to be built. Now, a variety of the work that we have done, I did put it in the CV. I think when you have your time, you can be able to see. But we have built systems that can be able to help organizations. One of our major systems is called Daraja Biz. Daraja Biz is a business management tool that helps businesses be able to collect their data, be able to know and notify the inventory and stuff. So basically, that has been my educational journey and my professional journey as a computer science student into the job market, working as a business analyst and also as a software engineer in the platform that we have. Of course, there have been challenges. And I say no, I don't have a problem with challenges, because when challenges arise, that is the point that you are able to build and be able to strategize and be able to learn. So yeah, there are technologies, especially when I was mentioning digital marketing. I knew nothing about digital marketing, but I had to learn. So I was able to learn together with my boss, and yeah, we were able to drive the company from one point to another. So basically, unless there is any other thing I am leaving out, but basically that is who I am, and that has been my educational and professional journey. Yeah.
How many programming languages have you used when developing your softwares?
Softwares, majorly in we use Python language. I believe Python is versatile and it is versatile and light and can be able to be used. So we majorly use Python. So Python Django, especially for web development work, is Python Django. For front end, the language we use is JavaScript. Of course, HTML and CSS are not fully languages, but those are things we use. And we also use React.js for those front-end technologies.
Are you competent in developing mobile apps, that is Android and iOS?
iOS. Now, with the knowledge of React.js, well, of course, we usually have somebody who does the front-end side, but with the knowledge of React.js, you can be able to translate into React Native. So React.js is a parent company. It's a parent language to React Native, and React Native is for building Android and iOS applications. So in that point, I am confident.
So have you ever done a project like that before?
A project? Oh, well, of course, remember, I have not done the front end part before.
Okay.
But all the
learning.
Done is yes. Now the front end we have not done, but remember, the backend, the backbone of the project is the backend system. So I'm a backend engineer essentially. So yeah, in that we are able to.
So do you have a front end engineer within your team?
Yes, of course we have a front end person who does the mobile front ends.
So we will not have a problem.
Yes, we will not have definitely. We will not have a problem.
So which database do you recommend for 10 million records for a start?
For a start, we can use Postgres. Postgres is object relation. Postgres SQL.
Yes.
Yes, we can.
They require us to pay to subscribe, or we use the free version?
No, we will just use the free version. I think what is going to be, if we are going to the direction of the 10 billion data, of course, we are going to be seeing the way data is coming. The cloud platform is going to be much more essential. Of course, we will just be able to integrate flawlessly to the cloud system.
And
so
for
that
the cloud
data
system will be required to pay, right?
Yes, of course.
So
we'll be required
you need
to pay.
also, as part of your scope of work, you need to give us a heads up what the charges are going to be. Yeah?
That's true. Yeah, I also heard you mentioned you wanted probably a breakdown on the cloud platforms. Well, of course, there are three major cloud platforms, but I think also in my write-up, I'm going to give you the one I will recommend and also the others so that you
Yeah.
can also be
Give
able to
us
compare in
options.
terms of pricing.
You give us options to choose from, right?
Yes.
And also
So
outline
yeah,
the advantages and disadvantages. I don't know whether
that's okay.
what you are calling a write-up is what I'm calling a scope of work. So
Yes,
the scope of
sorry,
work
that is
is a
what.
detailed description of everything that the app is going to do.
Yes.
So when we develop the app has got modules
Yeah.
and what we call
Yes.
functionalities. Like this one is an attendance register, right?
Yeah.
Somebody should be able to key in data into the register,
Yes.
right? And what
Yes.
kind of data
Yes.
are we keying? We are keying in the name of the school. We are keying
Student
in the name of the
information.
principal of the school. We are
Yeah.
keying in the name of the student. We are keying in the name of the parents of the student, two of them or three.
Yeah.
We are keying in the email addresses, their phone numbers. We are keying in the name of their classes. We are keying in so many things on this attendance register, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is very important. I don't know whether to go to, I have 18 minutes to time. So we go here and I need a screen. So you can see my screen. I need to go back and be here. And I want whiteboard. Is it document whiteboard? Yes. So are you able to see my whiteboard?
Yeah, I can see your whiteboard.
So look here. The attendance register, right?
Yeah.
Will be marked as follows. This is now what the customer will see. Number one, I thought I can have bulletins. I don't see bulletins here. I wanted bullets, but I don't see. I'm making it very big. Let me put it a bit. We are right on time. So my meetings can't go beyond 2 hours. Should not go beyond 2 hours. Maximum is 2 hours all the time. So it still looks big. I don't know why. Oh, 54. Yeah, that should be good. So I want a student to be marked either absent. No, let me start with the present. Present. That's just P. What will be marked on against the name of the student is P, which means present. Then I want the student to be marked tardy. Or here they use the word late to class, all right?
Yeah, late. Late is more.
Yeah, but we use tardy in the American system. So late.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. So it marked as L. I want the student to be marked absent, and this excuse absent. Absent with permission. Excused absence. Excused. This is American English. Excused absence. ES. Excused absence. EA. I want the register to be marked unexcused. This is without permission, unexcused. Absence. Unexcused absence. And then I want the student to be marked. In the class, the student can misbehave. So discipline, having disciplinary issues, discipline issues. Discipline. When you are marked, you are having discipline issues in class, it means you are present in the class and you are present in the class. You could have either come present or come late, or yes. I want you to get this logic. When you are marked as having discipline issues, it means you are either present or you are late to class. That's what it means, all right?
Either present or late.
Or late, because you can't have a discipline issue inside the class if you are not there. You get that logic?
Yeah.
So you have to be there first. And the only options here, which makes you to be inside the class so that you can have this discipline issue, is either you are present or you are late to class, but you ended up having a discipline issue. Do you get my point?
Yes, I get your point.
So when a student is marked as having a discipline issue, that student cannot be absent from class, was not absent from class, was not absent from class. Let me just say that. When a student is having a discipline issue, what that means that the student was not absent from class. That make sense to you?
It makes sense, yes.
Discipline issue. So when you have registered students in the system, right? Robinson, do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
I'm saying when you have registered students and they are now in the system, you have a database, huh?
Yeah.
On a day like today, Saturday, the teacher with the permission to have access to that class, remember access levels, will also determine the administrative privileges. I don't want a teacher who does not teach that class to have access to somebody else's class, all right?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the students have been, I'm looking for the charts. Where is it? Yeah, it's right here. And I'll put it on the chart so that you have it. So a register has been marked. I don't want another teacher who does not teach that class to get into the system and change the attendance for the students.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. So in the system, we just put a role-based access.
Yeah, role-based access, and when you click the name of the student, Robinson, okay.
Yeah.
And you click on top there. You let me see if I'm able to access. I don't know whether they will allow me, but I'm just gonna try. But I don't know whether they're gonna give me trouble if they see I access the database. Access the database. Robinson, it can give me trouble.
Okay, there's no problem.
Let me say to you. Let me allow you to be your own software engineer. The software engineer you are. I don't want to control. Hold on. I don't want to control you too much. You're gonna come with a way
Yeah.
on how to do this. So
All right.
like the app I'm using, this, you see these roles here
Yes.
on the vision, on the UI part of the app front end, they will appear on top. All right. So below it here, you have a drop down for the names of the students in class. So many of them, let's say 60. So what you usually do, you come and select present. And now when you go to the name of the student, you click the name of the student, like that, it marks present. Like that, it marks present. Like that, it marks present. When you are done with the all students that are present, you come back and mark the rest absent. This one, excused absence. And no, unexcused absence. You mark all of them unexcused absence. But now, when one of them send you an email, or you had a prior knowledge that is going to be absent from class, so you change the unexcused absence to excused absence. But now, as the class progresses, some of them pops in. So you change the name of that student to late. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So what I usually do, I click present, and then I go in the name of the student, say select all, and make all of them present. Now, after making them all of them present, now, as I call the names, if a student is absent, I come here, click an excused absence, and make any student that is not in class to have an excused absence. Then when I'm done with that, if some come in late, I've already marked them absent. I've already marked them an excused absence, and they come to class late, then I change the name as they get in late. And then when I'm done that, I go to the email. Oh, I say, email teacher, I'm not going to be in class. So I know why the student was absent. Then I change that student to excused absence. So our digital register will be a tool for the teachers to be used throughout the lesson. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
It is used
so
to,
we mark
just a minute. In the class, if one of them has a disciplinary issue, either is fighting with another student, or they are fighting over a pen, or is rude to the teacher, then you change that one to discipline issues. Discipline issues, all right?
Okay.
So that immediately, just a minute before you ask your question, I have like 7 minutes to go. Immediately, the teacher says submit within the first few minutes of the class. The principal, everybody in the school system, including the parents, is able to know that the student was absent from this particular class. Now, when the class ends and the teacher makes the corrections and what have you, and click update or click resubmit, everybody in the system gets a notification on how the attendance looks like. And the teleprompter in the office of the principal or in the staff room shows that this student was absent. And at the end of the school, it gives a summary of the students that were absent in the whole school. And that, the particular visualization of giving a summary of the students that were absent in the whole school is very, very important in day schools. In day schools. Because in boarding schools, they are little bit restricted. They are ever there. For them to get out, it must be a special case, etc. But in day school, they come in left, right, and center. You get my point? So this issues is important because after 4 years, the student will come for school leaving certificate. We want the digital register to generate to generate that report, so that when the principal is writing school leaving certificate, it is data driven. And but at some point, Mr. Okay, we can call you back and also automate the school leaving certificate for each school. You get it? Is
I
that
get
if
it.
the discipline issues were between 5 to 10, you give good remarks.
Mm.
If the discipline issues were between 11 to 20, you give fairly good remarks. If they were between 21 to 30, you give bad remarks. So that principals and teachers cannot get stressed out when Form 4s are finishing the school, are clearing the school, and they need clearance certificate. That is a school living certificate. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
So even if you deliver this project and it is now working on the field, you're going to be around for a very long time because we are talking about scalability. Some of these units are, some of these features are going to change with the time. Some of the features are going to change with the time so that we remain relevant in the market. And that is why I'm telling you, even when you do the pricing, please be considerate because we are willing to work with you throughout. And also bear in mind that you are a startup. I'm happy that you are the managing director or the CEO of a startup company. You know the challenges that the startup faces, which we don't want to discuss over here because you know them and you must have faced those challenges. We are a startup just like you. The only thing we have is an idea. So we want to convert it into reality, all right?
All right.
Now, number one, Mr. Robinson, do you have questions for me?
Yeah, actually, because I'm seeing time is almost done.
Yes.
For the of course, I'm going to come up with the what's it called?
The write-up.
The scope of work.
I call it the scope of work.
Yeah, I'm going to come up with the scope of work, and of course, because the project is yours, I'll come up with the scope of work together with the things you've listed. But I know we are going to better it even together, or I'll send you then whichever is not captured.
We're gonna tweak it. We're gonna tweak it.
Yes,
by so many
true.
groups, not only me. That is why I ask you to do it in a Word document.
Yes.
So whatever,
I will definitely do that.
the group shall have agreed, the whole team, you see all those people that you saw talking on the video, right?
Yeah.
All of them are members of our team. They are going to use and what have you, and they are the customer, and we say the customer is ever right. But
yeah, so
we're gonna hold on. We're gonna agree upon. We'll return it back to you, and you do it. You send it back in what we call a PDF format, signed and dated. So
all right.
We'll also you will give room for Rose Deborah to sign, and for me to sign, and for my HR director to sign, and all these things, signatures, should be done in the presence of a legal expert registered in Kenya, so that after that is done, we keep a copy with the lawyer. You have your copy. Rose Deborah has her copy. I have my copy. My HR director has our copy. So that in the process of working, there's a conflict. We have somebody that we can go to. Hey, we are having a conflict and there's nothing personal about this thing. Please, can you unlock the stalemate? Have you ever encountered such since you started doing being self-employed? A customer comes, you work for the customer, and in the process before you finish, you can't agree.
Yeah, we essentially when we were beginning out, we used to just do things out of word of mouth, and we have lagging systems that have not been paid and collected. So that has been there, but I think we adapted to coming up with contracts.
The reason why we have to do a contract,
Yeah.
The system I'm developing is too expensive. There's so much investment that has gone to this thing that I can't just take a risk. All right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Contracts are important.
I've spent 14 years here in the United States, just hopping from one university to the other, just to design this app. You will find other functionalities of the app that you may not be able to handle. Another expert will come in later, far much later. When we have done, when you have done the donkey's work. Huh?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is why I can't risk. And then the money we have spent, even training Rose Deborah, even going now to schools and offering training to teachers for 1 full year without them paying. Huh? Investments is just too much, all right?
All right.
So that we want somebody, when we agree, it is serious work. We are serious about what we are doing. It does not take us for granted, etc. So go do the scope of work, the initial scope of work, put the pricing, and be fair to us because we are a startup. Then after that, how do you send the scope of work to us? You send this with the scope of work to me, and you see Rose Deborah via email. My email is kiswattekenya@gmail.com. Do you want me to type for you? Rose Deborah can type her.
Actually, I have. She already gave me.
Okay.
She already gave me the
So, and your scope of work should have the cost for each module according to your understanding, the way I've explained to you the project, because the digital register has got so many modules and it has got so many functionalities. You can even add some functionalities that have missed out. What I've given is not exhausted, but you want something that will work. You can add some according to, of course, you have gone to school, you have seen, you know what a digital register is, you know the component of a digital register. So how can you automate that? How can you make it that so that it's similar? So don't just go by what I'm saying you. Be open, have an open mind and add some stuff. When I ask you, why have you added this? You'll explain to me. Now, then in the scope of work, apart from having the modules and the functionalities of various functionalities of the app, the deliverables. What are we trying to achieve with this app? We want to monitor, track down the attendance and have visualization. That's the main thing. We want to track down the attendance register and the disciplinary issues for each student and have a visualization. That's number one.
All right.
Number two, we want to have the contact records for all the students and their parents. And the contact records, what I'm referring to is just the cell phone number, both WhatsApp and SMS, and then the email. They can also include
I'm saying, well, I understand what you said. Sorry to cut you. I have another meeting at 8, so I will want to prepare for it. So I've gotten the scope of work. So let me come up with the scope of work for the write-up, then share with you together with what we have discussed. Then I think we can be able to proceed from there.
Yeah, I'm going to finish in the next 2 minutes. So the deliverables, we want track attendance. That's very important when you are writing the scope of work. Now, the second deliverable that this app is supposed to give us, we want to have the contacts for all the stakeholders that are going to use this system. And which contacts do we need? We need email addresses, cell phone number, WhatsApp, or this Mulika Muizi, somebody with it. So we'll be doing integration with those, with WhatsApp, Telegram, and what have you. Then another thing that we need to have a deliverable is social media, Instagram, Twitter or X, Facebook, etc. We need somebody who's using this app that we can have those integration of the social media, and it can be seamlessly integrated. Then the another deliverable is that when the system is complete, we want our administrators, like the principals, HODs, deputies, teachers, the cooks, the watchman at the gate, to have a screen where they can monitor each that is unique to them. Like the monitor, the security at the gate will be interested in knowing the students who are absent. Who are absent and went out of school. Or the principal may be interested in seeing the overall number of students that attended the class. The cook may be knowing how many students are present today for dinner, so that they only prepare food enough for them. The bookstore keeper may be interested, how many students do I have this term, so that when he orders for the books, he does not order too much, or he does not order too less. Let's say not this term, this year. So those are the deliverables. So it was important for me also to discuss with you the deliverables, because the deliverables is what will show that the code is doing it right. Now, because you had
All
a
right.
meeting, I want to stop there. And Rose Deborah, do you have any question for me? Okay, so Robinson, you are free to go.
Yeah.
When do you
All
expect your emails?
My email today is on Thursday. Okay, tomorrow is on Friday. Can I send it by Tuesday?
Or Tuesday next week, that's fine. And when you send it by
Yeah.
Tuesday, when can we have the next meeting to discuss the scope of work?
Is Thursday such a time okay? 5?
Yeah, it's okay with me. What about Rose Deborah? Are you okay? Okay, Rose Deborah is okay. So
Okay.
that is fine. And make sure your scope of work have got those components. The
All right.
functionalities, the modules, the deliverables, and the cost per each module. So that when we add them, we add all of them, we should get 250 that you have submitted. But if you revise that cost of 250, if you add all those modules, we get the total amount that you are going to give us to deliver a web application and a mobile application for iOS and Android. I think I've been
All right.
clear. I've been clear enough, and I've taken my time to explain. Is there any
You have.
confusion?
Oh, there is no confusion. What you can do is, you said you will upload this video on YouTube so that I can get
Rose
the
Deborah
clear
is going to do that
deliverables.
immediately. Rose Deborah is
All
before
right.
Rose Deborah goes to bed tonight. This video must be up.
All right.
Rose Deborah, are we in agreement? Yeah, it is being loaded on the cloud, and on the cloud you have access. The only thing that will do to the video, I want you just to remove noise only. Once you remove noise, we are good. Don't edit the video. And give it a title, attendance digital register, and then on top of it, the name of the people that discuss this. My name there, being the project manager, you there being the business analyst, and then Mr. Okeo here being the consultant.
All right.
Yes, the consultant for the digital register. Okay, Mr. Okeo, you are free to leave, all right?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the
Thank you
meeting,
so
sir.
much, and happy to have you on board.
All right. Happy to
I hope you
be
do
here.
a good job
I
within
will.
good time. And
Okay.
the scope of work should also give the time, the duration that
Yes, timeline.
each module is
Duration of
going to take, and then overall we have agreed 2 weeks, 2 months,
Okay.
2 months.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Oh, and another thing that I've forgotten, also break down the total amount that you want us to pay you in terms of installments. How much
Oh, yes, yes.
how much deposit do you need to be given before you start work? And at what stage of your work should you give in the next installment? And finally, when the work is done and it's accepted, what is the installment? So you should break it down either in 3 or 4 installments. Okay,
All right.
I don't want you to be late for the next meeting, please.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
So, Rose Deborah, what I'm going to do, do you hear me? Are you hearing me? If you are hearing me, say this.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, what I want you to do is to end this meeting, and after ending this meeting, start a new meeting immediately and ask me to join. Or do you need a break?
You want us to have another meeting right now?
Yes, for 30 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, not right now. I want us to have another meeting today.
Okay.
Yeah, so my schedule is up to date, and I have an open schedule today. You just have a break and then send me the invitation 30 minutes before the meeting begins, all right?
Okay.
Yeah, but today, before you go to bed, I want us to have another meeting for 30 minutes. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay, bye. And text James Oduoro, yeah? That I'm ready to meet him with the Cheruiyot in the next 30 minutes. In the next 30 minutes, I'm ready to meet them in the next 30 minutes with the Cheruiyot. And let me know what they say. And you can also schedule that meeting for me and Cheruiyot. Me, Cheruiyot, and James before you attend to your other businesses. Okay, is that okay with you?
I scheduled the
Huh?
for what time?
Oh, just now. Just schedule now in the next 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, the meeting to start in the next 30 minutes. But I want you to schedule when you have talked to them and go by their schedule. Go by their schedule. So you call Cheruiyot and you call James and have a common schedule and then schedule when you have agreed. Even if they say they are not available today, you can schedule for next week on Tuesday. Because I'm not available on Friday, I'm not available on Saturday, I'm not available on Sunday. That's why I'm meeting you today for 30 minutes before you go to bed. That sounds good? Okay, bye.